Thanks for joining us here at AMSnews.tv.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for joining us here on AMSnews.tv. This is Melissa James, and we are open for business, open for humble beginnings and great finishes, talking with Vernell Spriggs about the humble beginnings and the great finishes that are happening with him in Spriggs Autohaus. When we left, we were just starting to talk about tires, understanding tire pressure, understanding when we need to replace them. So that's where we're going to go back to. We're going to talk about if I had a job that I had to do a lot of travel, how important is it and how often should I be checking to see if I need to change my tires, wear and tear? What am I looking for?
Most importantly, if you travel a lot, you want to make sure that you check your tire pressures. The tire pressure, a lot of people don't know what their tire pressure is in their car. There's a decal inside your door when you first open the driver's door. It's probably on the back side of the door pillar that tells you what your pressure should be. You want to stay at that specific pressure because it helps the tires roll better, helps them roll easily and less friction against the road, which gives you better gas mileage, especially if you're going to be traveling back and forth. General rule of thumb, you should check your tire pressures about once a month. Check them a little more frequently in the wintertime.
When is it time for us to, and what do we look for as far as the wear and tear is concerned when needing to replace our tires?
The first thing to look for is uneven wear. If you look at your tire and the center of the tire looks fairly new, or the pattern is nice and full, then you have to look at the edges of the tire and see if the edges are wearing down more. That is an indication that you've been running low tire pressure. If one side is worn and the other side isn't, it's an indication that your front end could be out of alignment. One of the great things in the new technology for tires is a lot of tire manufacturers have implemented a tire wear indicator in the tires. I know one of the companies that I use when I tell customers to buy tires is Continental, and they have what is called the DSW indicator, dry, wet, and snow.
Wow.
And as the letters wear away on the tire tread, let you know which you're safe to drive in.
Very nice. Wow, that's kind of amazing. Vernell, I again go back to us as women and what we do oftentimes, and we don't really check too much. We have not a lot of information about cars. We just kind of say, okay, here, my car's not acting right. For instance, I was driving and my car would get to a certain point and really do a lot of shaking. I was like, oh man, this is going to be some heavy damage. So I really didn't want to take it because I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to pay. What is this? Is it a tire rod? Is it this and that? And I actually got it to the mechanic and I needed a new tire. And I got the tire and there was no more shaking. I was kind of amazed. I was like, oh man, this is sad. I should have gone sooner. So for me, in asking these things, I think about us as women and what we do or do not do. When going to replace tires, how important is it for us to stay within what we read? The car says it, or can we go a little bigger on the tire or a little lower, or should we stay there?
You always want to stay with the specific size that's on your car.
Okay.
And when it's amazing because safe is better than sorry. So a lot of people are afraid to go to the mechanic because they figure, oh my God, this is going to be really big.
Exactly.
And sometimes it is a very simple fix. The most common, especially in the shakes, as far as tires go, If your car develops and all of a sudden, or just a shake that gets worse and worse,
Yes.
lots of times it's a bad belt in the tire. The tire just forms a bubble. And it does need to be replaced, because at that point it can actually rupture and blow at any time.
And that's not good for us.
That's right.
So let's leave tires and let's talk about tune-ups, because cars have changed. I don't know if all cars need tune-ups today. I know that I used to take the cars for tune-ups, and now I don't really hear a lot of mechanics talking about, well, you need to come in for a tune-up. So let's talk about that. Has it really changed? Are there a lot of cars that do or do not need them?
Yes, tune-ups have changed a lot, because the materials being used to manufacture these parts have gotten a lot better. Copper core spark plugs have gone away, and they were replaced with platinum and now iridium spark plugs, which last a whole lot longer. The majority of cars today get a tune-up, which is basically a spark plug replacement, sometimes a fuel filter, air filter. The majority of the cars now go 100,000 miles before you need to do any of that, which is the reason you don't hear talk of it much anymore.
Okay. All right, so depending on the year, then we talk about more extensive tune-ups. But as we get into the newer vehicles, we're talking about a good amount of mileage before we have to go there and do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If there was something that you would like to inform us as an audience about cars, whether it's about purchasing a car, whether it's about the upkeep of a car, what would you say?
As far as purchasing,
Okay.
one of the things that people don't think about a lot, pre-buy inspections. If you're going to buy a used car, not all used cars are great cars. Find a very reputable mechanic, someone that you know and trust. Take the car to the mechanic and have him look at it. It's not real expensive. Most repair shops, most dealerships will do a pre-buy inspection on a car. It's very important, because it could save you a lot of money down the road.
A lot of headaches.
A lot of headache.
Just for taking the time to have someone look at that before you put
Yes,
that
ma'am.
money out for good. So we could end up with a lot of repairs. So when I say that, I think about, they used to call them lemons. So we could end up with a lemon,
Yes, you could end up with a lemon.
even in today's time.
And not all lemons can be turned into lemonade.
Ah. Very good, Vernell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Vernell Spriggs of Spriggs Autohaus. And one of the things that we are looking to do in the future is have that Ask the Mechanic, for you to send in questions and for Vernell to give us answers to help us in maintaining cars and purchasing cars. This is Melissa James here on AMSnews.tv and Open for Business. Vernell, how can we reach you?
I can be reached at Spriggs Autohaus. My phone number is 443-685-3254. Everyone is available to reach me on my cell phone. It's 443-623-2915. And check out my website at spriggsautohouse.com.
Thank you again, Vernell, for being with us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Melissa James once again. We are open for business on AMSnews.tv.